higher than Thorzain. But anyone else out there, Ben, would have said there's no way that Bishu is going to be ranked higher than Thorzain.
I certainly actually agree with you, Kevin. I think Thorzain is the better player. Bishu, I think, is a fantastic Protoss player, fantastically underrated Protoss player. I wish Todd was still here so we could have this discussion on the air, because Todd does not agree with me.
That would have actually been very funny.
Todd does not agree with me at all, but I think Bishu's undefeated against Todd in tournament games.
Okay, so while this game, if Todd's gonna hear this,
he's gonna be
you're gonna have to stay awake tonight.
Lucky
Otherwise,
for me, I know that Todd's driving home right now, and
you might wake up.
The broadcast.
You might wake up in the middle of the night with Todd standing above you with a knife in his hand. One more Bishu joke. Bishu is of course our Swedish Protoss spawning on the right top side of Whirlwind, while EG's very own Thorzain is our Swedish star in the left bottom side. Once more, Bishu has a 3-2 record in our league. Thorzain is 1-3 currently, Ben. $150 on the line as always, and this allows me to tell Ben's favorite, my second favorite Ben story of all time, which does not include me being with Ben or me knowing Ben, is Ben and Krispy Kreme. Apparently when Ben was very young once upon a time, while we see both players opening up in the most economical way possible, Nexus first and Command Center first, so that allows me to tell this story in all its glory.
You can tell this story.
So when Ben was very young, Ben was maybe 12, 13, 14 years old.
I was like middle school, maybe like a freshman in high school, still very young, very awkward. Guys, I didn't grow up until like I was 16 years old. I was literally like 5 feet tall. No, but I was I mean, I'm not a tall guy now. I'm about 5'11", but I was like 5 foot nothing, like 4'10". For the longest time. I got picked on in middle school. It was awful. All
right, so Ben goes to Krispy Kreme together with Ben's dad. And Ben's dad, I've met him once. He's very awesome. He made me feel very awkward, but that's another story.
Funny thing.
That's another story. So Ben and his dad are sitting in Krispy Kreme. They're eating donuts, and there are two pretty attractive girls from Ben's age sitting on the table next to them.
Anecdotally, this is in a college town. This is in Atlanta. These are Georgia Tech students, very pretty young girls that go to college.
And Ben's dad just turns his face to those girls and says, "How do you like this donut? It's pretty good." And the girls feel a bit uncomfortable and they say, "Yeah." It's like, "Better than sex, don't you think?" And Ben got super embarrassed because of his dad just saying that. And Ben never forgot about that. And then eventually, once upon a time, Ben used that line to get in the pants of a lovely young lady who would have never fall for Mr. Bitter if it wasn't for the line, "Have you ever tried Krispy Kreme donuts? It's better than sex." Ain't that right, man?
We had to test that theory.
And is the theory true?
What
did she say?
I think she liked the donuts more, man.
All right, we see a triple Rex opening over here by Thorzain. Does not want to die to any funky gateway aggression. Thorzain just now scouting, so he actually had no idea about the Nexus first. Same can be said for Bischu though, so both of these guys perhaps a little bit paranoid about what they could potentially be facing, while deep inside, or after all, they had absolutely nothing to worry about, as both players went as economical as possible.
Oh shoot, I never even loaded the replay, I was just looking at the stream. Kev, I'm going to be watching your screen as I try to catch up in this replay.
It's all good. We see 3 additional gates going down for Bischu, who's also chrono boosting the cybernetics score, so he might get aggressive from 4 gates, Ben. Probe is heading out right now to the middle of the map. It's kind of weird that that's the only thing that's heading out. Perhaps his stalker was just guarding, does not want to give away that he is going for 4 gates. Meanwhile, Thorzain is moving out with quite a few Marines though, and I think he's going to say hello to this probe, or cha.
Oh, he spots it.
Hey, yeah. Hey, Sveriga.
Tak for the donation, he says.
Tack så mycket.
Picking off that probe, and he's going to continue marching forward. Now, he's got to be very careful not to overextend with these Marines. If he loses those Marines, he's kind of dead.
Yes, then again, Ben, he is working off 3 Rexes. This is actually this is the worst thing that could happen for him, to try and get aggressive against 4 gates. Bishu is not going to put on some serious aggression though. Bishu actually, Ben, he doesn't have supply for a full warp in right now. He does have a pylon in production. Oh, Thorzain, if you would go right now, 3 Stalkers, 2 Sentries should be enough. Some good force fields.
Yeah, certainly enough to defend with, maybe not enough to actually fight and kill those Marines. Bishu is now pushing back across the map though. 3 Stalkers, couple of Sentries, probe probably going to be following shortly. As Thorzain...
Oh, it's going to use the side blocker. It's going to be able to get a lot of burst fire out. Oh, Bishu pull that Stalker back.
So
nice little dance.
A nice little exchange for Thorzain. He completely stalled out Bischu there in the middle of the map.
This is a super quick Templar Archives ban. I think that Bishu is just going to try to roll in with a ton of charge slots and a few Archons. I might be mistaken.
So. I think you're exactly right. You think he's going to get charged?
Yeah, I think he's going to get charged. I think he just wants to run in with a ton of charge loads, maybe an Archon or two, or maybe even a High Templar. He's just going to get Storm immediately.
But you know, Kev, this is why I like Bischu, because he does weird builds like this that you never ever see, and they are just brutal. I feel like he's a student of the god of Protoss.
Elfie
Elfie would be proud of this build.
It's something in the waters, man. Something in that Scandinavian water they got going on over there.
Yeah, I mean, Finland and Sweden, obviously neighboring countries, and they both share.
Well, I love how you, out of all people, said obviously neighboring countries. Like you know all that much about European geography. Last time I checked on Ben, he thought Belarus was a part of Mexico. But yes, obviously you're right, Ben. They are neighboring countries.
Man, I was really proud of getting that reference right,
no,
and then you made me feel terrible.
No, sorry. I just thought it was funny with how much confidence you said that. Well, I'm sure back in your mind you actually second guess yourself.
I was like, are they neighboring? I hope they're neighboring. Man, if this is wrong, I'm going to feel like a fool.
Well, when Bishu is heading out right now, he's going to get Storm, and by the time he arrives, he's going to have charge as well. This is such a sick attack. If Thorzain would have a full wall, he would have nothing to worry about. Right now, he has 21 Marines, and then he has everything to worry about because, as we all know, Storm, pretty good against Marines.
No extra bunkers going up right now. Thorzain, you better react in some way. This is going to be pretty tough if you don't get with it here. Now, this flying factory does spot this pylon and should see a couple of zealots moving.
Bishu's still completely unaware of that turret base, by the way. Thorzain might actually figure out right now what is going on. Doesn't know exactly yet what he's facing because he's facing something really bizarre.
I think it's too late though, Kevin. There's only a single bunker. Two more bunkers trying to finish. Here we go. Zealot's going to make their way up. And
he's focusing High Templars. Good play so far by Thorzain, Ben.
Oh, neat. Wow, great play by Thorzain. Focuses down 2 High Templars. There is no more Storm. Unbelievable.
One more. Wow, what a hold.
Unbelievable. Just so well done there by Thorzain. Certainly Bischu didn't quite play it perfectly.
Yeah,
but
it's not over yet though, Ben, because now we might see another push with 2 more Archons. But at least there are bunkers right now. At least he will be able to repair units. And he knows what he's facing. What a sick hold so far by Thorzain.
The fact that he focused those High Templar is just amazing.
He's still down 20 supply, and these are a lot of charge slots.
It's still going to be really hard. These are charge lots. They do have... Ooh, they don't have any upgrades. There's not even a single forge build. So it's all going to come down to this. This is the defining moment of this game. Can Bischu break through? The bunker does fall. There's a single Storm.
I don't know if it's going to be enough. Bio units are climbing, Ben. Storm is going to change everything.
It's all about Storm. Thorzain's backing himself into a corner. There's a pretty good Storm, but it's also hitting a lot of Zealots. Another great Storm. And Bischu might have done it. He's going to morph some Archons, more Zealots warping in.
This is Bischu, man.
Right outside of Thorzain's natural, and this might be checkmate.
This is Bischu. Bischu, Ben, still completely unaware of the fact that Thorzain is on 3 bases. but does it really matter if you're right in his production line? He's going to work on these reactors. Ghost popping out right now. He does land an EMP on the Archon. Oh, beautiful hold position, by the way. But this would be the sickest comeback of all time. It's not going to happen.
Bischu takes game number 1.
In Bischu fashion, man. That's really the only way we can summon up this game.
If you don't watch out, Kevin, he will beat you.
Bischu.
Bischu?
I get it. I approve of this joke. It's not bad.
Game brought to you guys by Epson Projectors, the world's #1 brightest, most brilliant projector brand on the planet. You can pick up your own Epson projector if you visit epson.com/projectors. Game 2, Bischu Thorzain. That's coming at you very soon. Don't go anywhere, guys. Lots more StarCraft still to come from the North American Star League.